Welcome to the amazing Trumpcast.
Testing. Okay, so we're testing. Testing. Okay, we're good. Alright, so first of all, I just want to say two things, announcements for this week. First of all, short and sweet. Okay. Second of all, because of my visit overseas, we're going to do Thursday this week. We're doing Thursday, obviously. We didn't post Tuesday. But we're going to change it to Thursday because Thursday works better for me for many reasons. And I love Thursday. I really do love Thursday. However, I apologize to Luke Corns and Luke Corns' fans, right? Corns? Luke Corns' fan, whatever. His fans and Luke himself. Luke Corns is a great person. He does Tuesdays, but also, he hasn't posted in a while. He's got a new channel, so that's fine. Listen, Thursdays it is. Second announcement is we're getting rid of the fucking censor. We're not bleeping anymore. I talked to Cody, and he agreed. It's stupid. It's inaccurate. And now I can say things like Dick and Dick Cheney and say them both and not get bleeped. So thank you so much, Cody, for agreeing to this shit, because the censor was absolute ass, folks, and I love it. I don't swear that much, but I'm just proving to you as I'm explaining it that the censor is dead, folks, so fuck it. Let's move on. Thank you so much, and so, yes.
Let me just say really quick, Mr. Trump, that I do agree that the censor was shit. So, that was never my choice in the beginning, so. Okay, you can go ahead.
We're keeping it sweet this week. We're going to talk about Russia and England, my visits to England and my visit with Putin. And I need to get it off my chest, a lot of it, okay? It's been a hell of a week. It really has been a rough week for me. Probably my hardest week as president. Because you try to do so many things, and you're doing things, and you're changing things, and you're doing things, and nobody cares, okay? I mean, people care. And I don't want to act like people don't care. Millions and millions of Americans care. But the media, and it's just so sad how many people listen to the media and how fake the media is, and they just want to take me down in any way that they possibly can, because I'm anti-establishment, folks. The establishment is them. That's them, okay? And so they want to take me down so much because I should have never been president. And I am, folks. So we're going to talk about that. And in honor of the England visit, we have Harry on the show. Harry, introduce yourself. Hello, Mr. Trump. Thank you for having me on your show. I'm so excited to be here, and it's honestly a breath of fresh air to be in the United States. I first met the president, the now president of the United States, on his campaign trail, and we met in South Carolina, and that's where I live now. And lots of people say, what is an Englishman doing in South Carolina? And the reason is, I knew many of my lads in London just did not, originally from London. A lot of these lads just absolutely hate Trump. They think he's a total bonker and just a wanker. And listen, they're the absolute wankers. I honestly, I am absolutely shocked at how stupid these people are in England. Now, a lot of them, and I'm not saying that everyone was, but a lot of them are wankers and total, just dodgy people. And I come here and I go to South Carolina, and it's absolutely wicked. The United States is the USA is just so amazing, and honestly, what I get for a tenner here will be like £40 over in England. So
Really?
it's well
Really?
in South Carolina, it's so cheap there. But you know, honestly, I really during when Trump won the presidency and everyone in England was so sad and everything. I mean, a lot of Trump supporters are in England. A lot of English people are Trump supporters and supporters of you, Mr. Trump. But I just could not stand how many anti-Trump people there were. And here's the thing. First of all, it's so stupid. They are honestly. I moved out of England. My family has lived in London for hundreds of years, and I was absolutely gutted when I had to move. And it's just so awful because I love London, and now I'm in the United States, which is much better. I moved to the south because I looked at where would possibly be a place to go where there's a lot of Trump supporters, and I realised I narrowed it down to North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Tennessee, and so I moved to South Carolina, which is wicked, by the way. I love it. It's absolutely amazing.
You're
And
okay in South
it's just
Carolina,
bloody
a
amazing.
British person.
It really, well, yes. I live on a lake. It's such a beautiful lake, and there's just no lakes like that in England, like this. And everyone's on the boats and they're flowing their American flags and some other flag.
It's probably the Confederate flag, right?
Oh, is that what that is? Okay. I don't care. Anything's better than where I was living in London. Just so many stupid wankers. And America's brilliant, and a lot of that is because of you, Mr. Trump, and I thank you so much. And so I moved here shortly after the election where Trump won, and I said, you know, I listen, I can't be here in London with all these lads that are just absolute buggers, you know. And quite honestly, I'm a Christian, and I was getting sick of the C of E. Honestly,
What's the C of E?
it's the Church of England.
Ah,
Thank
okay.
you, Henry. But everything I tried to do, these Trump haters threw a spanner in, and I'm just bloody sick of it. And I just want to move to America. So I'm in America, and for everyone out here, honestly, thank you. And I'm in South Carolina, and I'm on the pole. So if anyone wants to come over and show me a good time in America, that's great. So,
Well, maybe we can make that happen for you, Harry, but I just find you a very interesting person. I've never met an English person quite like you, but so what did you do? Like, what do you do? What did you do in London?
I was actually an electrician in England, and I did some stuff on the side, and I actually had Her Majesty's pleasure. So for a few years, so
Her
it
Majesty's
means
pleasure.
I was in
work for the Queen.
I was in prison for a couple of years.
Prison? Really?
I really don't want to talk about it.
I mean,
Why I was in there.
Wow.
But
So, what are you doing now? What are you doing in the States?
you know, that's another reason I left the UK. I couldn't really get work, so I moved to South Carolina, got work so easily. I'm actually playing poker. I'm doing poker, online poker. I'm making a good run of it, honestly. I saw the WSOP on the telly, and, you know, that's in the USA. And, you know, I saw a lot of these plonkers. You know, they were absolutely, some of them plastered, honestly. And just like, they're at the peak, and they're sitting there playing poker, and they're making so much money. And it's just, I don't know. It's so crazy. And so I said, I can do this, honestly. Yes. I can do this. And I don't want horses for courses. And I just want to do it myself. And, you know, it takes a lot. It just takes a lot of effort to work for yourself and I think poker is a great way to do it if you know how to play. You have to know how to play and you have to be very disciplined. So that's what I've been doing. And
Okay, I love the introduction, but we need to move on.
okay.
We need to talk
Oh,
about
of
other
course.
things.
Mr. Trump, this is your podcast, and if you want to move on, we will move on. I don't mean to be
Unbelievable.
like
Harry, you're
destructive. You sound like an amazing person. I mean, your life is honestly, it's so interesting. To come from London to South Carolina, that is like, what? Honestly, well, first of all, I don't even know how you'll be able to do that. But I just want to move on here because we can't be rambling this week. I want to keep it short and sweet. I'm an emotional person this week, honestly, because it's so awful what's happened with Putin. I mean, no, it's actually a great thing, but with the media, they make me look like I sit there and apologize because no one gets it. They're all idiots.
Wankers like London.
Yes, of course, just like London, Harry. Yes, they're all winkers. Okay, winkers. Does that mean idiot? Okay, it sounds like some wank. It sounds like, I don't know, jacking off or something.
It
right?
actually is.
It is. Well, okay. Well, that's okay. I haven't had a wank in years. Okay, Melania is beautiful. Beautiful woman.
Okay.
So yes, they're absolutely. These people are awful. But let's talk about England first, because that's why you're on. Well, Harry, I mean, I knew I had you on my radar to have you on the show, but I said this week it's perfect because we have an English person. Okay, and for my viewers, for my American viewers, English person means somebody from England. Okay, we speak English, but we speak American English. I mean, I don't know. They speak. I mean, we both speak English. Okay, it's just a little different. When you say English, it's somebody from England. Okay, and England is part of the United Kingdom, and I love the United Kingdom. My mother was born in Scotland. Okay, my mother was born in Scotland, so I have a tie, and I believe Scotland isn't that part of the it's part of the UK, right?
Yes, it is.
Right. Okay. Now, people, believe it or not, and I know there's another thing, isn't it like, I don't know, I think it's like a fish, isn't it? It's like
Wales.
Okay, right. Wales.
Yes.
Wales is the other thing. And let's not talk about Ireland because I don't want people to get upset.
Oh my God,
But-
Donald.
We got Wales, we got Scotland, and we got England. And, you know, we'll what is it? West Ireland, something Ireland, right?
Northern Ireland.
Okay, Northern Ireland. Beautiful. And we'll include them because now that we don't include them, the Irish will get mad. I don't want to make the Irish upset, believe me. And so, basically, I love the United Kingdom because we share it. United States, United Kingdom. You guys get it. By the way, Harry, it just makes, listen, I think Harry Potter, it's just too much Harry Potter, okay? You think of Harry Potter, and I don't blame you, you're older than Harry Potter, so that's fine. But, I mean, young kids in England, don't name your kid Harry, okay? Because it's Harry Potter now. I mean, okay, Harry Styles.
Harry Styles is phenomenal.
You're a big fan? Cody, a big fan of Harry Styles.
Yes.
That I believe. I do believe that. Cody, when you just going to tell us?
What do you-
Well,
what do
never
you mean?
mind. Nothing. Nothing.
Tell you what.
Nothing. Okay. Listen, Harry Styles made a little bit of a comeback for the Harrys, but you think about Harry Potter. I think about Harry Potter. I mean, Barron is a huge fan. My son Barron's a huge fan of Harry Potter. And because Harry Potter, quite frankly, is a great thing. I mean, I love it. I absolutely love it. But, by the way, is that real? Is there wizards? Are there wizards in England? Because is that like a London thing? Is that it? Okay, probably a stupid question, right? But you never know. You really don't know because I don't know. British people to Americans, they seem like gods. Okay, they do. But for some reason, we were able to break free, and I'm glad we did because the United States is an amazing place, and I have nothing against the. Listen, this is hundreds of years ago. I have nothing against the British, but now I'm like, quite frankly, it's not good because, listen, Theresa May. By the way, she is so British. It's unbelievable. And, I mean, okay, it's fine. Can you just say Putin? Can you say Vladimir Putin?
Vladimir Putin.
Okay, then it's not a her thing. I thought she kept saying puke, like puke, Putin. And I said, what is she talking about, this Putin? And now I know that it's just an English thing. Okay, because no one else would talk to me. No one else would, but they wouldn't say Putin. Okay, and I see now I'm saying it. Okay, Putin. It's Putin. Like poo. Like, right? The toilet. Okay, you guys say the toilet. We say the bathroom, the washroom. Okay, weird. That's a weird thing. The toilet. I like the toilet. You're going to the toilet. That's what you're doing. You're not going to the bathroom. You got nothing, no business there. Okay. If you're washing hands, you never say, "I'm going to the bathroom really quick." No, you just wash. I'm gonna go wash my hands. So when you go, you're heading to the toilet. Americans don't want to talk about shitting. Okay. Well,
Mr. Trump, can we move on?
you're right, Cody. Let's get back on track. Okay. Let's talk about this. So I land in the UK, and these people are protesting. So many of. And by the way, the mayor, I don't know his name, okay? I don't care about his name. He sounds like, I don't know. Listen, I don't remember names like that because it's just a sad thing, folks. William, Henry, okay? These are names for British people. I don't know what I can't remember his name. It doesn't matter. Okay. Anyway, he allowed it to happen. And, it's just awful. They're coming around and, okay. By the way, that little blimp. Let's talk about the blimp. They should have made it so much bigger. Listen, they should have made it so much bigger. Why didn't they make it bigger? It's like a little wimpy blimp. It's just sad. It's so sad. And I think they could have done such a better job, okay? This big baby Trump blimp. Listen, I saw the blimp, and quite frankly, I'm not impressed by the blimp. If the blimp was a lot bigger, I might have said, hey, I might have brought it up in the press conference. Oh, I saw the blimp. Great work. You know what I mean? And they maybe would have liked me more a little bit because I'm a human. I just joke. But I think all of them are stupid. They're all ridiculous people. They obviously don't know what I really stand for. And why is that? Can you enlighten me, Harry? This is why you're on the show. Why are these people so weird? Why are they off kilter, right? Off kilter. I don't even know what off kilter means. It means like not okay. Why are they?
I would say wonky.
Wonky, right? Okay, wonky. Sure, they can be wonky. I think they're wonky people. No, it is. They are wonky people, and quite frankly, I'm exhausted of it. I'm tired of it. Okay, I'm absolutely tired of it because those people, they obviously don't know. They watch the news in England. Is the news in England bad? Okay, Harry, let me know. What is going on with this? Honestly, I think the reason is, and really, I really do think the reason is this. The English are so obsessed with politeness and what to say, when to say it, what not to say. Like, they want to be polite. That's a huge part of the culture. And I think, honestly, that's why they don't like you. Because...
So they don't think I'm polite.
Well, yeah,
that's what
you're
it is.
Not, well, on English standards, you're definitely
Really?
not polite. And you don't... Yes, you're
Well,
not.
I say what I want to say. Is that what it is?
Right, you say what you
Right.
want. Exactly.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is. And I think it's brilliant. I think it's absolutely brilliant. And it has them in shambles. They don't know. They really don't know. And, you're not a bugger. You're a great chap, honestly. You are amazing. And we talked a little bit, and just to know you're a great person. And I don't know. These people, it's so funny to me, though, because when they go, then they say, oh, Trump's not, they wouldn't admit that it's the polite thing. They would say, oh, he's so racist, he's not this, he's not that. But really, it comes down to how you speak. Because Obama didn't do a lot, but he spoke perfectly, very polite. And he was very respectful when he visited, and everyone appreciated it. But now you come and you say whatever you want, which I absolutely love. But, they don't like it. And then they say all these things and they make a little blimp of you, which I thought was absolutely rubbish. They come in and they make the blimp, which is not polite. They did not show you a great polite, welcoming to England. And I really do think that is just ass backwards. It really is. It really is. It's like they can honestly suck on my dobber because I don't want to hear it. That's absolute rubbish.
Really?
I'm ashamed to be a blighty. I really am. So
Okay. Blighty, dabber. Okay, what are you saying? I don't know what dabber is. It sounds like I have a big one.
I'm sorry. Donald, I speak all this English.
It's okay.
You know,
it's okay. I would love to learn
alright.
some words.
Yeah, I can teach you some words. Tosser. They're tossers. Call them tossers. That's idiot. That's
Tosser?
idiot. Stupid.
Tosser? Or is it tosser? Okay. Well, there's lots of tossers around here, believe me.
And my favourite English word is knackered. Means very tired, exhausted. Knackered. Well,
Yes.
I can tell you that I'm absolutely knackered of this stuff with England. Okay, I go there. I wanna be okay with England. Okay, because they're like big league. Okay, we're all big league. A lot of the European countries and us, we get along. That's what we do. Other than Germany, right? But now they have nothing to say. They have nothing to do. But I want to get along. Okay, and Teresa is she's actually a great person, but she's a bit of a stupid. She's a bit of, not, okay, she's just not all there, I don't think, right? She's slow a little bit. I mean, she's a great person, and I think she's got balls, ironically, because she's a woman. Yeah, bullocks, that's fine. Bullocks, whatever. But, you know, I just think that she wants to do great things for her country. And behind closed doors, she says, Donald, I'm so sorry about the protests. I'm so sorry. Because she doesn't want her people to say, her people are making it like me to never come back. Listen, they don't want me to be on their bad side. Believe me. Because things could get bad. Listen, I don't want any problems with the UK. But they're making problems. It's so sad. Folks, I tell the truth, okay? I'm not here to be somebody who's just going to be like Obama, goes up there and says the politically correct thing. I'm here to say the right things and whatever I want to say. And usually what I say is right, okay? So, it's like it's like they don't like me, but I like England, and they don't like, okay, like, when I look at, like, the people from England, and we look at the Americans that like that, and they don't like me, but some people do like me. And other things are like liking things, okay? We like the things. I like certain things. They don't like certain things. And when I like those things, they don't like the things. And so, you know, like, you see what I'm saying?
Donald, I have absolutely no idea
No,
what you're talking
listen.
about, honestly. It sounds like you have your knickers in a twist.
Harry, what are you saying? My knickers are in a twist? What
That's
did you
Mr.
just
Trump.
say?
It's British
My
slang.
knickers are in a twist.
It means you're upset or you're disturbed or whatever, I guess.
Okay, Cody. Thank you for that. Panties in a... But we say panties in a bunch. We don't say knickers because knickers sounds way too similar to something else in the United States, okay? You know what I'm talking about. And if I say now that I said it, they could be, oh, Donald Trump says knickers. Listen, my knickers are fine. I have very expensive knickers. They are so comfortable. They're never in a twist. They're never in a bunch. And by the way, I don't even know why you said that to me, Harry. This is I'm just talking. I like you.
I'm sorry,
okay?
I
But
didn't
you're
mean
not
to get
making
you
the
all
case.
miffed.
Okay, no, it's okay. I'm just toying with you. And if I get pissed over you telling me my knickers in a
Pissed?
twist, doesn't that mean my knickers are
Are
in
you
a twist?
drinking?
And I don't want to twist it. We're untwisting.
No,
It's fine.
please don't
It's
twist.
fine. Okay. So, bottom line is this. I love England, but what they did was not okay. What they did, those people, the protests, it's not okay. And I remember in Parliament, right, they absolutely talked so much shit about me. They were going back and forth. It was like a roast, folks. I've done a roast, okay? I've done a roast on Comedy Central. And this was like a roast. First of all, how do they do that? Why did they do that? Harry, explain this to me.
Well, they
Okay.
literally they get up and they debate
Okay.
and they yell back and forth,
Right.
and
Right.
sometimes they
Okay.
cheer for each
That's
other.
how they do it.
Not,
They're
it's
literally getting up and they're yelling.
It's just so many people are gobby. It's absolute tosh, and the whole thing, honestly, I've always thought was balls up.
I knew a little bit about this Parliament thing because I watched The Darkest Hour with Baron. Because Baron's a big movie fan. My son, he's a great movie fan. And we watched The Darkest Hour because it was an Oscar contender, okay? And by the way, great job by whoever actor that was. But, yeah, they yell and they get up in Parliament. And I just found that so interesting. But my thing was this. Why can't all the English people be like Winston, okay? Winston Churchill. He's an amazing man. I mean, from that movie, he's got balls. He reminded me of me, okay? Winston Churchill reminded me of me because he stood up and he said, listen, this is not the popular thing to do, but we're going to do it. We're going to wage war by land, air, and sea. Obviously the famous thing. By the way, Dunkirk was an amazing movie, too. Shout out to Christopher Nolan. Why can't all the English people be like Nolan? I mean, I don't know Christopher Nolan at all. I don't know him at all. But his movies are great, and he's making great things. So why not be like him, okay? All these people, if you're out on the streets and you're saying, oh, anti-Trump, you're a sad person. That's so sad. Because there's nothing else for you to do in your life. And you're sitting there, instead of doing something, you're talking trash about me, about somebody else. Listen, am I changing the prices at the local store in London? Am I? Am I making the London Bridge fall?
Okay, Donald.
That's not a funny one.
No.
Sorry.
I
I'm
mean,
sorry, Harry.
not specifically upset about it, but it's not appropriate.
I don't even know why I said that. That's basically the only thing I know about London. Didn't it fall? The bridge fell once? Okay.
There was issues for lots
Okay, that's cool.
of times, so...
All right, let's move on from the London Bridge. I just want to talk about Theresa May a little bit and her decision with Brexit. I mean, listen, I gave her the advice. I said, you got to pull it, okay, as soon as possible. And she's trying to keep these ties, and people are resigning. She's making so many people upset. Listen, she's not the sharpest pencil in the pencil box, okay? Is there pencil boxes anymore? People use pencils, or these kids have iPads, okay? She's not the brightest iPad. She's not the most fully charged iPad in the classroom, okay? She's definitely not. And I know that different levels of battery doesn't really matter. Your iPad performs the same unless you're on low power mode, right? But what I'm trying to say is the woman is getting in the way of her own country's success, and I told her that. And I told her that, and publicly I said, listen, you need to move on from that, okay? You need to do the right thing and pull it, okay? Like Larry Silverstein, you need to pull it. Listen. Quite frankly, I'm done talking about the English, okay? I want to talk about Russia and Putin, because the sad thing about this is in the media, they don't want peace. They don't want peace. And that's what this Russian thing comes down to, okay? It's seriously. I go to North Korea, and we're talking about de-nuking North Korea. A threat. A world threat. And they couldn't even think of anything that I did wrong. They couldn't even think of it. And so they moved on. They did the immigration thing, and they said, oh, Trump with immigration, he's locking up kids and separating kids. That's not me. It wasn't my policy, okay? Unbelievable. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. And then I go to, well, it's Finland. Helsinki or whatever it is, Zelski, whatever it is, something ski, okay? They probably ski over there. Believe me, they ski. It was freezing. Listen, I would ski. I don't ski. I'm a snowboarder. I don't snowboard anymore. I'm president. I don't have time to snowboard. I'd probably go snowboarding and I'd get killed, okay? Not by a tree, folks. By somebody, a liberal with a pistol, okay? Even though Secret Service is amazing, right? Secret Service? Thank you. They don't like me talking to them, by the way. Don't even look at them, Harry. Don't even make eye contact. Especially Obama over here, believe me. Even though he's a great guy, okay? Listen, Russia... Okay, we have... Our past with Russia is awful. Awful, okay? Forever. And we are supposed to hate them because of the Cold War and everything. We're supposed to hate Russia. I don't get it. I don't get it, folks, because you're making an enemy. You're sustaining an enemy. If Putin doesn't want to be enemies anymore, he wants to work together to do things, then why aren't we working together? Why aren't we... Listen, they say, oh, well, Putin is a maniac. He killed reporters. Okay, listen. I guarantee you, and this is not going to be a popular thing to say, I guarantee you that the United States, Now, Stalin, they were awful, weren't they? Wasn't he awful? He killed so many people, whatever. Stalin, whatever. They all sound the same to me, Putin. But Putin, he can't be that bad, okay? And even if he is bad, who cares? We can't do anything about it. We're not going to go to Russia and stop all the bad things. By the way, we have, in the United States, we have ghettos, okay, that go back to the Civil War, folks, okay? You had these people. It's unbelievable. These ghettos. And they say, why are the African Americans... See, Cody, I'm saying African American because this is a real issue that I care about. And I don't get to talk about it because they'll call me racist for talking about it. Just because I'm talking about African Americans and I'm Donald Trump, I'm so white. It's unfortunate. I wish I wasn't this white. So I can actually talk about this. But I want to talk about this. You have freed slaves. And they don't want me to say slaves because it's the truth. You have freed slaves. And then, listen, after slavery, you've had these people. These people are living in impoverished areas with poor education, no money, they can't get jobs, okay? And now it's literally still like that in so many areas, so many cities. I mean, you go to Chicago, it's awful, folks. It's awful. And they talk about gun control. Listen, they have gun control in Chicago. They have laws. But the guns are coming from Mexico. That's why we build the wall, first of all. The wall's being built, by the way. We're starting the wall. But you go to Chicago, you go to all these big cities around the country, and you have these people in ghettos that have no way out, okay? Very rarely do people make it out. You have to be a rapper or, like, a basketball player. That's true. And they tell me, listen, now people have made it out. They're not rappers, not basketball players. Everybody, okay? People have made it out of the ghettos. And when the rappers say this, Meek Mill, he said, I know Meek Mill. I like Meek Mill. Listen, I love Philadelphia. Meek Mill is a great person, and he got screwed. Meek Mill got screwed by the establishment. I mean, he got a crooked cop, okay, and then he pops a wheelie and gets whatever. He got years in prison. In prison, okay, with lifers. He's sitting there in the jail yard with lifers. Meek Mill. Can you believe this? Meek Mill, I love his music. I'm a dream chaser myself. I chase dreams, okay? I get dreams. One of my dreams was being president, and I am. So, listen. When Meek Mill says it, he's either going to be playing basketball, okay, or selling drugs to make money. And that's what happens in these ghettos, folks. And you have people that are getting on probation, and you have the jail system. By the way, special interests own the private prisons, and they make money off of people in prison. Can you believe this? And they give money to politicians. I don't take it, folks. I don't take the money. And this is one of the issues I've been working on. But you have the United States is systematically screwing over these people. So many people. And I'm not just talking about the African Americans. You have so many people getting screwed over in the United States, okay? We're not saints. This is not like Ethiopia, right? I mean, Ethiopia. What is it? Utopia? Sorry. Maybe it is like Ethiopia. I don't know much about Ethiopia, but it could be Utopia, okay? Listen, it's not Utopia. It's not Utopia, okay? What it is this. Also, now, when you go overseas, when we're talking about overseas, in the Middle East, think about how many innocent people have died in Iraq alone, or whatever. Listen, we've ruined countries. The United States has ruined countries in South America, okay? We go in, we cause a ruckus, We make them in debt with us, and then they have to do what we say. It's so ridiculous, folks. It's just an awful thing. Listen, we go in the Middle East, we kill leaders. We killed Gaddafi, okay? And now there's war. It's all unrest. For what? For oil, for control. That's the United States that's done. That was all under Obama, by the way, all this stuff. Obama and Bush, okay? They're killing hundreds of thousands, probably millions of innocent people. Millions of innocent people. They compare me to Hitler, okay? They don't never compare Obama to Hitler. He killed millions of innocent people under his reign. I'm trying to put a stop to it, folks. That's why I said, let's get rid of ISIS. There's no reason to be going around, acting like, oh, we're going to fight ISIS and we're killing innocent people. Can you believe this? And they say, Russia's so bad, he killed a few reporters. Listen, in the past, Russia's been bad, but now we have no reason not to be okay with them. Why wouldn't we have a good relationship with Russia? It's so sad. It is so sad, folks. I want to have a good relationship with Russia. Russia. Okay? Good relationship. Putin. Great. Putin, not Putin. Okay? It's Putin. And so I go there and I say, listen, I don't want to upset him, Putin. Why would I upset him? And they say, this is the worst interaction we've ever had with Russia. By the way, FDR, okay? Awful interaction with Russia. Awful. By the way, they split Europe. They split Europe in half because of that interaction, okay? FDR. They say FDR's... And by the way, under FDR, internment camps. They talk about me with the cages and the kids, which is not even my policy. And they say internment camps, FDR internment camps. Listen, they don't ever bring that up. FDR, one of the greats, okay? Internment camps, right? Locking people up for no reason. And that's not justice, folks. That's not the United States. That's not freedom, okay? He was doing that. And then they call me insane. This is just stupid. Yes, it's bonkers. It is. It's bonkers, okay? It's absolute bullocks. I don't even know what bullocks means. It's okay. So, I go to meet Putin, okay? Because I want good relations with Putin. Because we're the two biggest nuclear holders. We have nukes, okay? The countries with the two biggest supplies of nukes. So why don't we just get along? Really, we should just get along. Because that makes sense to me. It really does. And when they say, oh, Donald Trump, they want me to not get along with him. Okay? Obama, listen. Obama, he didn't get along on purpose. They don't get along. Now, they're creating problems. We create problems in the Middle East then too. Because now Russia's part of Syria, we're part of Syria, everybody's going to the Middle East. And now we create problems because we're not on the same side. Listen, what if the two world powers with nuclear weapons are on the same side? Why wouldn't we want to do that? Why wouldn't we want to do that, folks? I don't get it. Okay? So, I gotta say what I gotta say around this guy. He's an animal. Putin. He's an absolute animal. Okay, speaking of animals, he showed me his dog. His dog is unbelievable. I felt like his dog was gonna bite me at any time. Like death. Like his dog was gonna kill me, okay? I remember seeing George Bush, and I don't like George Bush at all. But one thing that I saw George Bush say, the best thing he's ever said, now that I know, he said George had a dog called Barney, okay? Little dog. I don't know what it was. I don't know dog breeds. I don't have time to know dog breeds, okay? Who cares? We didn't learn that at Wharton, okay? Listen, he had a little dog, whatever. And Putin meets the dog, and then Bush goes to Russia, and he meets Putin's dog, and he says, this is my dog. And he says, stronger, faster, and bigger than Barney. That's what Putin said to Bush. And Bush was like, holy fuck. This is how this guy operates. This is unbelievable. And you know what I realized this? Bush was absolutely right. His dog is huge. And I could see Putin saying that. Because Putin thinks that he's the absolute man. And, listen, when someone's like that, I like to butter their toast. I like to help. Listen, he's a smart person. He's a very smart person. And he doesn't want conflict. Why does he want conflict? You don't want war, okay? He wants peace. And I want peace. And the Democrats aren't having it. The liberals aren't having it. And the news, the TV, they don't want it. They don't want world peace. They can't stand it. I don't know why. It literally, I could cry. Okay? Listen, I'm literally, it's just unbelievable, folks. I just don't know what to do, okay? I want world peace, okay? I want world peace. And I don't cry. Listen, I haven't cried in years, okay? I haven't cried in years because I sound stupid. No. Harry, stop it. I sound stupid. But when you have a situation, I've risked my life, okay? I risked my whole life for this. I'm not, listen, people used to love me. They'd say, Donald, tell me you're fired. And I'd go fire random people on the street and they would love me. And I run for president. And I thought it was going to be cool. I thought people are going to love me more. But no, they hate me. Everyone hates me, okay? And I try for world peace. I'm trying for world peace. And you turn on the TV, and I have friends call me and says, Donald, what are you doing? Why did you talk to Putin like that, okay? Excuse me. Excuse me. So I have friends that call me and they say, Donald, why did you talk to Putin like that? I said, listen, I didn't talk to Putin like anything. I'm trying to help world peace. I'm trying to have peace between Russia and the United States, which we've never had, folks. This has never happened. They want me to follow the status quo of the establishment, and they can't stand it. And it makes me emotional, and I apologize. Harry and Cody, I apologize to you.
I'm kind of speechless here. I there's no need to apologize, Mr. Trump. That was actually really, really good. I have nothing to say. That was. I honestly agree with what you're saying. I think you're doing a service to us all. Oh God, I can't believe I just said that. Oh.
No, Cody, you're damn right. I think it's an absolute honor to be here with you, Donald, to hear you keep it so, just being so real with us, honestly. And while Theresa May's on the loo, absolute nutter, you're here trying to help peace in the world, and everyone thinks you're not. Everyone thinks you're the opposite. And it's just, I'm also speechless. You are an amazing person, Donald. You are absolutely smashing. I tell you, when I first saw you on the telly, I did watch Apprentice, and I thought this person should be a leader, and you're now a leader, and you're doing exactly what we thought you would do, and you're doing so much good for the world, and I thank you so much. So, I know people don't like you. They think you're absolutely bonkers because they watch the news. And just tell them to wank on your John Thomas. That's all you really can do. And, those knobheads can, lick on your meat and two veg, because, honestly, you're no chav. You're not a plonker. You are ace. You are amazing. I wish you were Blighty so I could vote for you in England, even though I live in South Carolina on the lake. But I'd bet all my quids that you win again in 2020, and I think the world needs it. We count on it. And honestly, you have not lost the plot, Donald. You are amazing. You are completely smashing. And I thank you for having me on the show. Well, Harry and Cody, shockingly, thank you so much. I am just very emotional, and I just want to thank you. I mean, these efforts, this has been a rough week for me. I mean, I'm happy with the week, but other people aren't, and I just can't help but be brought down, because when everyone is against you and you think you're doing the right thing, it can be a tough thing. It can be lonely, quite frankly. It can be very lonely, and that's why I watch movies with Baron. I hang out with Melania when she cares. But, you know, I don't know, I just try to work. I just try to keep working. But it can be tough. It can be tough, especially when you have half of the people you need. I mean, you need some votes from the Democrats, and the Democrats won't vote with you, and it's sad. It's sad. I want to stop immigration because it means crime, for example, and the Democrats won't vote with me, and it's a sad thing because they want it. It's honestly disgusting. It's disgraceful. It's an absolute disgrace because they're causing so many total disasters in the country, the Democrats. And remember, these are the same Democrats that were Southern Democrats, okay? This goes back a long time. They've been stupid for a long time. But anyway, I just want to be done today. We need to be done. There's just no more to talk about today. This is enough. We talked about England and Russia. I just wanted to get this off my chest. And I think I got it off my chest a little bit too much. I got a little too emotional. And I don't like to show that side of me because it's a very rare thing. So, but anyway, Harry, thank you so much for coming from South Carolina. And we're going to set you up here in D.C. I'm going to give you a tour of our great capital. And hopefully you could see some cool things.
Thank you so much, Donald. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on. And Cody, this has been a good week, right? I don't think I've said too many controversial things. Well, we'll obviously find out about that next week. But thank you, Cody. And thank you, listeners. Really, thank you so much. And, of course, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to hear us next time. And go ahead and comment. Even if you don't like me, go ahead. I want the comments. And give us a thumbs up. Please, just give us a thumbs up. And, right, here we go, Harry. Don't be a tosser. Don't be a tosser. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe, okay? Thank you all. We'll see you next week. Remember, we're doing Thursday now. We're doing Thursday. I'm sorry, Luke Corns, but we're doing Thursday. Thank you all. And what would they say? What would they say, Harry? What would you say to end this?
Cheers. Of course.
Okay, cheers. Cheers. That was a great show. But cheers. Cheers.